Is this the next best rinseless wash? Let's find out. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be checking out Detail Co's new Nemesis rinseless wash. And Detail Co started by Eddie Cologne and Jamie the Cleaner, both fantastic YouTubers. So I'm very excited to check out this rinseless wash because Eddie Cologne, we all know, he's very particular with his rinseless wash and he has a very high standard. So a rinseless wash from him also gives me a very high expectation, and that also makes me very excited to try it out. So let's get to it. All right, so the car is all treated and I'm gonna go into my first contact wash. So first impression, it glides very smoothly. The lubrication is actually really great. You can feel how slick it is on the paint. It just glides, which is pretty impressive. And of course the smell. It smells like some kind of body spray. It's less of a fruity kind of smell. It's more of a cologne maybe, but not necessarily. More just like a body spray kind of smell. One thing I did notice is that it actually foams a lot. You can see my bucket, it's actually all foamed up. And this is just a rinseless wash, it's not mixing with anything else. So that's a little strange for a rinseless wash, but I don't think it comes in the way or get in the way of the function of a rinseless wash. So let's keep going. And of course, working on direct sunlight, this seems to be no problem. And now that it's all washed, I will be trying clay towel. See how this works. Oh yeah, that's very smooth, very slick. Still, there's a lot of bubbles though. I'm curious to see if I have the towel out to dry this. The bubbles are gonna persist and make it a little harder. So it definitely feels like Nemesis is providing very good lubrication. Even under direct sunlight, it's working great. And you can hear how gritty the paint is. That's all on the paint. And of course, the clay towel is taking it away. And now this is what it sounds like. Much smoother. And clay towel definitely makes a very big difference. You can see all the polymer spots here. Hit it with the clay towel. And of course my clay towel is very saturated, so it's not dragging at all. All right, let's try this and see. Because we're working under direct sunlight, the panel has dried up a little bit, so before I dry, I will spray on some more Nemesis as drying aid. So let's see how it works as drying aid. I know it recommends 1 to 64 as for drying aid, but this is still just 256 to 1. and it works great. See all that polymer spot? All gone. So, as a rinseless, I think this is doing exactly what a rinseless should do. And it does clean great. Dunking it in, squeeze out, it's all clean. But the foam appears milky because of all the bubbles in it. So you can see how much foam is in there. So that's one thing to watch out for. If you're getting this rinseless, expect a lot of foam. So the impression I get from this rinseless is that I don't know if it's intentional or not, it feels a lot like traditional soap, but it has the benefit of the rinseless because you can just wipe away. But at the same time, the crevices, like right here, the seam, as I wipe, there'll be bubbles stuck in here. And I can't exactly always get them out unless I pull out my little blower. So that kind of defeats the purpose of the rinseless a little. So that's one gripe I have against this rinseless. But other than that, it cleans very well. The lubrication is very good. As annoying as it is when I'm drying, it does make cleaning it a little more fun because I can see where I am and the foam traces that I leave behind. But it's just, it becomes a little annoying when it comes to the drying process. So now I'm gonna dry, and it provides very good lubrication, but it's just like right here. So this is an example I'm talking about. I'm wiping, I can't get in there to get that bubble out. And of course, this is the gas cap, so I can just do this. But when it comes to body panel seams, I can't really open up the panels, so the seam becomes an issue. So we already know that Nemesis is great for the exterior, and it acts just like what a rinseless should for the exterior, besides the foam. So let's see if we can use it for the interior. This is just a microfiber dampened in Nemesis, so let's see how it works. Yeah, it's pulling up some dirt. So even though it foams when I use a sponge, with a microfiber, it actually leaves no foam behind. So that's great news. Yeah, leaves a very nice finish. It actually does clean. So besides the crazy foam, Nemesis works great. It does what a rinse is supposed to do. It has great lubrication, it cleans well. So I'm very happy with this product besides the foam. Many of you might ask, how does it compare to Rinsless from another brand? Well, I'm also curious too, so let's find out. This is a DIY detail. Oh, this is Nemesis. It is hard to tell which one's slicker. I would say Nemesis is slightly slicker. It is not a huge difference. Yeah. All right, guys. It is not very easy to tell which one's slicker, but if I really have to pick, I would say Nemesis is a little slicker. Now they both glide very easily, but Nemesis just feels like it's kind of floating a little bit on the surface. I'm doing them side by side right now, as you can see. So it is as direct as a comparison as it can be. Another thing I noticed is that they both behave very similarly. Even though Nemesis foams a ton and DIY doesn't, I'm looking at the water behavior. It's almost identical. When I wipe over, it just kind of has this web. Now DIY webs faster than Nemesis. I don't know how much that matters, but just an observation. So after trying out Detail Co's Nemesis, I can definitely say this is a good rinseless wash. It cleans well, it does what a rinse is supposed to do, it provides excellent lubrication actually. However, the only downside is that it foams a little too much. So when I go over crevices with my sponge, it leaves the foam in there, and when I wipe off, the foam doesn't really come out with it. So that's the only downside I would say. But I did go online and saw that Eddie Cologne is aware of this problem and he's going to add in a little more foam decreaser in the next batch. So I'm curious to see how the next batch is going to be, because this is a very good value rinseless wash. This 16-ounce bottle is only $10, and for the whole gallon is $38, which is very affordable compared to many other rinseless wash on the market. So another thing that people care a lot about is actually the scent of the product. And this to me smells a lot like body soap or shampoo, and it definitely smells very fresh and clean. The scent of it is actually quite strong. So whenever you dunk your sponge back in the bucket, you can definitely smell it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out Detail Co's Nemesis, I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check it out. And they're exclusively on the House of Rags, which is recently launched. So I encourage you guys to go check it out. They got lots of good brands on it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful and informative. So until next time, stay tuned and have a good day.